one of the biggest villains in The Handmaid's Tale have finally got what he deserved. Goodbye, Fred Waterford. It's been a horrible experience to know you. From SERENA having her revenge to the end of Gilead and Aunt Lydia switching sides, here are all Handmaid's Tale theories so crazy they might be true. SERENA Joy's future. Fred's death will have a major influence on his wife SERENA. After years of being with this horrible man, SERENA will have the chance to convince everyone she is a saint. The problem is that she lost in the battle with June after June killed her husband. This might lead to yet another battle in which SERENA will seek revenge on the protagonist. After all, this woman hates losing, and with June sending Fred's finger to her, we can't imagine how far SERENA will go this time. While a lot of fans believe season 5 of the series will feature the biggest war so far between these two women, others are convinced SERENA will become a handmaid, even though that seems like a really obvious storyline. We need to keep in mind that every time we really expected something to happen in this show, the creators played the least expected plot twist card, meaning that we should expect the unexpected. What do you guys think? What will happen to SERENA in season 5?
Begging for your forgiveness.
Who is Nick's wife? After what we've witnessed in season 4, we can't help but wonder who is Nick married to. Fans who have read Margaret Atwood's novel were not so surprised once Nick put on a wedding ring when June went back to her car. June is completely unaware of this situation, and since they both have developed feelings for each other, this will be a huge shock for her. After all, the two are in love, and Nick is the biological father of her second-born baby daughter, Nicole. Fans have been coming up with different theories regarding Nick's wife and her involvement in future episodes. We do know that it is his obligation to marry and start a family under the Gilead regime. Nick's wife may complicate things between him and June, and perhaps she will try to destroy the protagonist and her plans for Gilead's destruction. What do you guys think? Gilead versus June. We've said this before. We'll say it again. Gilead won't be happy with June's most recent actions. And again, this is not because they were madly in love with Fred. Fred was a person no one really cared for. But Gilead does care when it comes to power. June and her fellow handmaids prove that women can be powerful. And that's why Gilead will now go after June. She wasn't really subtle with her revenge on the man that has practically ruined her life. Instead, she wanted her actions to be remembered. Fred's body was hung on a wall with a not-so-subtle message, translated as, "Don't let the bastards grind you down." Fred knew Latin because he learned some when he was a kid, but this phrase was also used by a former handmaid assigned to him when she wrote this on the wall of her room before she killed herself. Honestly, the scene where June finally kills Fred was the most satisfying scene to watch so far, at least for me. Seeing these women who had been victimized and tormented for so many years get vengeance on the man responsible for most of their sufferings is everything I ever hoped to see. But it's not really difficult to guess who did this to Fred, and if Gilead people want to find out, they will. Can our protagonist get the free out of jail card in season 5? What do you guys think?
Don't fight. Don't.
Emily's uncertain future. So far, there have been thousands of fan-made-up theories regarding June's future in the series, but we should also talk about one person who was standing next to her when they were attacking Fred. Emily was involved in the revenge scheme, and now she might also face the consequences of the act. We can't help but wonder if her life will turn into a disaster after this. What do you guys think? Esther's survival. Esther is expected to go through hell in future episodes of the show. As the showrunner Bruce Miller said to Variety, "It's like June pulled the pin out of that poor girl and left. She's amazingly volatile and dangerous, so June's legacy is living on in Gilead in a big way." He also explained that they are definitely going to follow her through the next season in Gilead with Janine and Lawrence and Lydia. Before we continue with the craziest theories about the 5th installment of the series, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so already.
Blessed be the fruit.
May the Lord open.
The end of Gilead. After what we saw in Season 4, we can all agree that Gilead's downfall is coming soon. June's actions will perhaps have the biggest influence on how and who will try to put an end to this awful regime. But there's one person that was terribly affected by her escape from Gilead. We are, of course, talking about Aunt Lydia. Actor Ann Dowd explained in an interview with Elle that her character holds herself responsible for June's escape. In her own words, she holds herself responsible. So do the commanders. She knew something was happening, and she did not follow it to its core. And June, whom she has a tremendously complicated relationship with, pulled it off. Now that Fred is gone, things have to move quickly, and whatever June's plan is, she has to act as fast as possible. Our theory is that she will try to take Gilead down along with trying to keep her family safe, but she won't be able to bring such a regime down all by herself. Aunt Lydia will turn against Gilead. Yes, if the creators stay loyal to the source material, Aunt Lydia is expected to bring Gilead down. The Testaments, a sequel published by Margaret Atwood in 2019, follows a plot just a few years after The Handmaid's Tale. In fact, this novel follows the stories of 3 different women, with Aunt Lydia being one of them. This novel reveals that Aunt Lydia is the one who brings Gilead down. Perhaps this seems like an unbelievable theory, but we have to agree that her version of the character was a bit softer than the latest season. By softer, we mean less horrible. It seems like The Handmaid's Tale will end with Season 6, since an adaptation of the Testaments has been signed by MGM Television and Hulu, meaning that we'll see the Testaments about 3 years from now. In an interview with Digital Spy, Dowd was asked what her character thinks of Gilead now. She said she believes Lydia is questioning, though she's a long way from admitting it. What do I believe? Do I really believe this? A lot of fans of the show want to see a conclusion to the story in order for the series to escape the repetitive plot, but others believe the show should go beyond Season 5 and Season 6. According to Bruce Miller, Season 5 will reach a pivot point, but he also said he plans to keep going as long as Elisabeth Moss stays involved.
You'll be all right, dear. I'll take care of you.
On a related note, do you want the show to go beyond Season 5? What are your theories about the next installment? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.